What's common between a 10-year-old government and a 14-year-old business news channel? Both get toppled by the people's favorite. CNBC TV 18, around for 14 years, has been voted out. ET Now, India's #1 business news channel.
Who exactly 6 months ago on the forum indicated that it was time to buy fear and it was time to buy into equities. Madhusudan Kela of Reliance Capital. Madhu, what a delight to have you back on ET Now. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations, great call. 6 months ago you were table thumping bull.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that is what actually pays off in equities. As they say that, more than anything else, equity is about greed and fear. So you have to buy the fear, and at some point of time we'll have to sell the greed.
But if equities is all about fear and greed, and you should always buy when there's blood on the street, right now everyone is of the view that things will improve.
Yeah, I think, Nikunj, this has to be looked in the context of what the possibilities are. See, I think, India always had a latent and a big potential. I don't think anyone disputes it. What was missing was the confidence. With Mr. Modi coming as a Prime Minister, I think that confidence, that feel-good factor, hopefully is coming back, both in the people who are in the industry as well as the investor fraternity by and large. So, if you went to someone 3 months back and said equity mein dal de, so he was not certain that, whether there will be this kind of a landslide victory and whether, you will have a very, very good regime. But now when you go to people, at least that uncertainty is over. So people have started feeling good. And as that movie 3 Idiots says, all is well, all is well. And that works wonderfully. A lot of people have been talking to me in the last 3-4 days. And people have, is baar karna hai. That Josh is back, both in the industrialists as well as in investors. And that, I think, is partly, just very early days, is getting reflected in the markets.
So, now that we have a new CEO on the saddle, Mr. Narendra Modi, the management has changed. What will change in the short term? What will change in the medium term? Because the problems are very chronic. They are very deep-rooted.
Yeah, I think, again, you look at it, that in the stock market, what we have learned, you have to look at before the Modi thing. You have to look at the empirical evidence of what has someone delivered. So if I come and tell you that I'm a great fund manager, you have to go back and look at my record. So there is a 12-13 year record of Mr. Modi, and there is something to believe as to what has been able to do in Gujarat, wherein agriculture has grown 10%, GDP has grown 10%, even in distressed and difficult time. So like this skepticism will always be around, and that is why market will not become what it has to become over next 5 years. Otherwise market will be, if there was no skepticism, if there were no doubts, I think the markets will be much, much higher than what it is today also. So those doubts will be there. But I am certainly not in that camp who is doubting it anymore. I feel it's only a matter of time before vital things which needs to be fixed will be fixed. However, I must tell you, the expectations are also running very, very high, at least in the stock market, that he will be able to quick fix everything. I don't think that quick fix will happen, but I am sure in due course of the time, whatever are the problems which are choking up businesses, choking up industry, and because of the issue of governance, I think that will get fixed. We have to give it time. We have to give it at least 3-6 months for the entire policy pronouncement to happen and execution to start. But I am not doubting that whether it will be fixed or not.
So in terms of policy pronouncement, in terms of cabinet formation, what are the signpost markets would be watching out for which will convince markets that the NDA government is really taking the right steps, they are building the right blocks?
Again, going by what he has done in Gujarat, again, that is one empirical evidence we have. I think the cabinet should be very, very good, and that is what the market is hoping and expecting. It should be a mix of, what I am hearing is it will be a mix of some technocrats, people who know businesses very well, and plus, a young, energetic team of ministers